become totally empty. Let your heart be at peace. Amidst the rush of worldly comings and goings, observe how endings become beginnings. Things flourish each by each, only to return to the source, to what is and what is to be. To return to the root is to find peace. To find peace is to fulfill one's destiny. To fulfill one's destiny is to be constant.
Hey, namaste. Hello, this is Gabrielle, or Omscorpius, your satanic gray witch here today. Happy June, happy Cancer, Gemini vibes. I hope you guys are having a good season. I do like Cancer and Gemini, they're pretty cool. So I have our reading here. I'm really excited to jump in it, and it's been a while. So we have a few new things that we're going to be using for this reading. We're going to use Stranger Things as our main tarot, and this should be fun. I don't know this deck that well, but I do love the show, so we will check it out. And then we're going to have all our oracles. I'm just going to take the order out, and I'll just literally pick the oracles based off of what I feel would be best for this reading. And we're also going to use some angels and demons, so this is going to be fun. I have a pair now, and we can definitely do this. So yeah, awesome gift. So yeah, we're gonna start. We don't have a recap for last month because I skipped out on last month. I hope you guys have had a good time. I feel like I use these monthly readings to definitely keep track of time and to know what things are going. So when I don't do them, it kind of throws me off a little bit, but it all works out. So we're going to pull charms at the end. We have those. And we're going to go ahead and pull our quote, which I'm going to go get the jar because I did not get that, okay? So before we start with our jar, I want to say thank you to everyone watching the videos and liking them. I appreciate it. I'm glad that people are enjoying them, especially the affirmation videos, because I'm my babies. So yeah, but thank you, and definitely hit this video if it resonates with you. So we're gonna start because there's not much to say beyond that with our quote, and we're gonna see what our quote is for the month of June with Gemini and Cancer. Okay, so I'm just gonna go funsies. I might go big because there's like bigger ones in here, so let's take it. Oh, another one wanted to pop out, so I guess we'll just take it. Okay, so what do we have? Let's go for the one that jumped out and see what it says. So it says, "The journey is my destination." This is by one of my favorite artists, Case Arnold. He's underground. I don't think he's underground, actually. I don't know about that. Don't quote me on that. But he's awesome. He makes very conscious music, and which is why I like him. So definitely check him out, Case Arnold. The journey is my destination. So I really feel like, since it's summertime, and everything has already gone into blossom, it's just enjoying the moment, I feel like. So that's partly why I'm gonna be excited to pull this, because I want to know what the energies are, and it feels that way. So just enjoying the moment, whatever that moment may be. So that sounds pretty good. And knowing that the journey is the process, it's not like the destination. So enjoying the process of getting to your goals, your achievements, whatever it is that is your destination. Enjoying the process of getting there. And I think that goes a long way with anything that we do. Everything takes time and manifestation with Earth, and it gives a certain joy to patience, because patience is a virtue. It's definitely can be challenging sometimes, waiting, and I think that is the journey part. And sometimes the journey can take you on detours that is not exactly the destination, which can also be really frustrating. So the peace, it seems like when you have some sense of peace, even though it's taking longer than expected, the movement, it's like you don't feel it as much. Like, what is it? time flies when you're having fun. Time also kind of flies when you're peaceful. So, all right, so my journey is my destination, the process, the action, which is funny. And I just think of this. I was thinking about Shiva and how Shiva literally represents action. And that is the journey. You're always in a process of action, but the experience of obtaining something like a destination or whatever your destination may be is experiences. And these are the impermanent things that we have. But they mean something to whatever action that you're doing or why you're even doing an action. And sometimes an experience can be transformative. So it's... The journey asks us to be like a little detached from the experience in case the journey leads you to a different experience or whatever. But it's something about that. I'm feeling like peace with the journey. So anyways, our big one is, okay, all right. Our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. Woo, wow, that was weird that they both really tie in here. I didn't expect that. Destination is our experiences. So, wow, kind of creeped. Destination and experiences. And then it's our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. So, I'm drawn to ideologies being how we think about things. You know, with patience, it could be a bit of what you're thinking about and how you're feeling. How you're feeling could be triggering, or your thoughts can trigger your emotions, whichever one. I think it can happen both ways with that. But that is the ideologies. That is like emotions and thoughts. Air and emotions, these are things that we can control, but sometimes they can control us, which is why they're so much fun. So yeah, but those are kind of like the filters in which we can kind of experience things. How we think and feel is the filter of our experiences. You know, like you can have someone have the same experience and you have two different two different results from that same experience, and that's because you're dealing with two different minds. We're dual. We are I am you, you are me, but we are also I, which means in your experiences are not going to feel or you won't perceive them the same as me because of your I identity. So that's why the ideologies can limit our experiences, whatever that may be, or our destination, or why we may even choose a particular experience or destination. All this is just pouring out. I hope you're enjoying it, because I'll forget this in like 20 minutes. All right, so anyways, but so that is leading us in. I'm going to ring a bell and we're going to start because I'm ready. That's beautiful, and I don't have anything else to say. I just pulled out of the water. So all right, we're going to ring a bell. All right, and we're going to start with the path of soul and get an energy kind of idea of June. All right, so messages for the collective. All right. What messages do we have for the collective for June? Ideologies limiting or expanding our experiences and destinations. Patience in the journey for the experience. All right, let's see. All right, that was obviously it. So thank you. All right, we got fairies in the background again. I remember this from the PickACard, which was just recently uploaded. Where do we need to love ourselves? Check it out. But fairies was like, would be an element we don't see in June, which is mischief or working in our heart space. Mischief mischief or being present or mischief. Being present would kind of indicate you're being outside of your heart space. The heart chakra is our least used chakra, and it's probably the most important ones as far as our connections with each other and ourself. It's love. And it's kind of like the gateway to all your higher chakras. It's ironic that it's our least used, but it will spring emotions of this feeling of pain and love, is what I see the mischief versus working at being present. Mischievous can, I don't know about mischief, but it was specifically that, so I don't really know about that. It did talk about like being irritated, so there's some sense of feeling opposites and knowing when to use what, or because I'm not going to necessarily say mischief is bad. Fairies aren't bad when they're mischievous. They're being fairies. It's just whatever. But I feel like to do it consciously is the point of it, and why one would be mischievous or not present, because if you're being mischievous, you're not being present with how you currently feel, which can be the mischievous actions could be a distraction from how we feel. So be mindful of that, because again, I guess it's like an excuse not to heal because you're not being present with what you feel. So just got that. Thanks. So yeah, fairies at the back of what we don't see in June. Okay. So I'm not going to include that, but it's in the video. I feel like I should if I'm going to include it. All right. I'm including it. All right. I took it out. It's up here. Okay. And there was another one. More green, lots of green. So I feel like with that, there's a lot of potential for love, growth, and expansion. Okay, so this one kind of looks like two experiences colliding, and it kind of also looks like something that has wings, like purple wings, or I'm also seeing that. With the fairies one, I see more of I see like some pinhead stuff, like chest cut open, where the heart chakra is. Or like, I see the heart chakra all up in this, but. So, this one is 6, with the 42, with the fairies, mischief, and being present, and I feel like since it's like a 6 and it's like 5 right there, it's kind of like being present, like the cure to the conflict, which is keeping you not in your heart space. And so we have this 23 here, which is the conflict, 5. And this is the experience with 2 heart spaces and some purple here. So I see with purple, no, there's blue, so communication. I do see purple. So I might grab the book for this one for sure, but we don't need the one for fairies because I remember that one. But I don't know what 23 is. So this is our conflict. Let's check it out. 23. Magical. Ooh, okay. Embrace the magic within all... Wait. Okay. Embrace the magic within all of your day-to-day experiences. Experience came up a lot. We got experiences here. We got destination, which I'm seeing as an experience, okay? An experience in magical. Okay. So, embrace the magic within, which is in being present within all of your day-to-day experiences. Definitely presence. Okay, think back to the days of childhood when anything could happen. Begin to expect the unexpected. Many small yet wonderful surprises are coming your way. This is the calling of the universe to return to a childlike wonder and belief that anything can happen. Look for the magical in the mundane and watch as life transforms from the ordinary to a magical adventure of the unexpected. That is really beautiful. I feel nervous. And so, inner child, inner child, inner child, inner child, calm down, calm down. So if my inner child's kicking up, and this is 5 conflict, but the card is gorgeous, okay, with 23 magical. So I feel like this is the power of like fairies being in present moment. It's a magical experience. How ironic. But this is the solution for propelling this forward. So it's funny that it's with the inner child and, you know, being more childlike, and children are wonderful because they're so like, they don't see ideologies because they haven't been developed yet. They don't see, it's like they're not indoctrinated. Like they're not brainwashed into patterns of thought that we pass down. Like sometimes patterns we pass down are good, but we're talking about like traumas, things that are not good, things that make, you know, cause someone to be more mischievous than being present, or for a lot of us to be not present, which is shifting. Everything is shifting. The energy on the planet is shifting into more love in a larger scale, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because it's underused, because we live in an oppressive world. And it's not like love, like kiss all the ass that you see, but it's like using that energy to see yourself in another or understand another. That is what love literally is. I mean, it makes the opposites stick. We can't have one without the other. Yet there's a lot of us who kind of sit in one or the other, not understanding that both of them are experiences, and understanding that you can return to love after the pain. You can return to love after trauma. You can return to love after mischief. So you can return to love because it's always accessible. And I feel like this is embracing it, because it says embrace the magic within all of your day-to-day experiences. And I feel like the magic is love with embracing that good and bad experiences, or wherever your destinations, good or bad, may be, because life is duality. It's the fucking duality part of it, because I feel like people get upset because they lost a good experience, or they get upset because they are having a bad experience. But our job is to flow. The journey is the destination. It's not holding on to one and holding on to another. It's enjoying it. It's a game. It's flow. It's just flow. So there's a certain level of attachment. Like, you want to enjoy it, be present, but not so attached that you have an issue detaching when it's time to flow into something else. Energy is always fluid. We want to keep the fluidity of our chakras open. To pain is good for we have sacred rage. I always go back to sacred rage now. I never knew about it until doing this is what taught me about that. Crazy enough. This is crazy, but I actually learn while I'm doing this for other people because I enjoy it. But I'm learning things, and I didn't even know about sacred rage in the way that it was described in the graveyard. So pain is necessary for creating more love. As painful as the pain is, that is as powerful as your love is to heal yourself. It is our ability. It is what makes us God to do that. It's nothing really special about it, but it's made special because that power has been taken away from us. I don't know how hard that is to understand, but that's exactly why it's paranormal, because it's been made not normal to the masses. And we are in the age of Aquarius, where these things are becoming known to the masses. So embrace all of your energies for all that they are, light and dark. But this one is mostly the solution to the conflict, being present and embracing the magic of love on all of your experiences, good or bad. Love your bad experiences for the lessons that they taught you, because that's what they do. That's what pain teaches us, what needs to be done. That's what trauma teaches us, is what needs to be done. It's pain and it hurts, but it's necessary if you know what to do with it. And that's just the risk of life that we have with all of our experiences, and that's why the journey should always be the destination. Beautiful. Love. All right. So that's awesome. Cool. So we're going to move on to, I want to do the alien one. And then we'll get into the angel. Okay. And then we'll move into the darkness. All right. So these are kind of, start with like the lighter hearted cards first. Light to dark. All right. So, messages for the collective. Embracing the magic of love, experiences and destinations. All right, let's see here. So, we definitely have a tree of life, life lessons, unconditional love and laughter with the Pleiadians. So, I feel like the tree of life has a lot to do with us internally, individually. And I also feel like it's an energy of our tree of all of us, the consciousness that is us, and the health of the tree. Because I think, when I think of the tree of life, I think of the health of the individual, because these are basically all of our energy centers that makes us a tree, a plant. But if you think about trees, their root systems are all connected. We are all connected in our element of spirit and mind. But I feel like, and it's like if one tree gets sick, it can get the other one sick. You know what I mean? And so I think of the health of the tree. But with trees, it's really, really hard to, kill them. They really come back. So I feel like spirit, our bodies, work really fucking hard to keep us alive. Even though we're so smart that we kill ourselves every day. So the other one, I have the fire element, which is warrior, passion, and fearlessness. Okay, do love and passion go hand in hand? Because I think that they do. And I feel like it's to be passionate about, like, I'm seeing like an inner fire, like our fire, bringing ourselves back to life. And fire can be transformative too. And there's almost like a fearlessness of like letting your old way of being die. So integrity and honesty, and this takes honesty and integrity to have this personal journey with yourself, with ourselves, and how we use our energies for good or bad that makes us healthy or sick on our own journey. Flower of life. Flower of life definitely wanted to come out. which is basically our root system as trees. So that's awesome. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at the Flower of Life. That's how I read these now. But we're going to leave it at the Flower of Life for the alien card. Our connectedness and our connectedness and individuality. There's both in this picture. That's why this is a beautiful symbol. It's not just us, it's I as well. And all the unique eyes that make the amazing pattern of us. Okay, so that is that one. Okay, and we're going to move into our angel cards, which I'm so excited to use them on camera with you. I've been using them and I love them. They're very pretty. So, and these are like the real deal. With the seals and everything. There are angelic seals. Did not know that. So, messages for the collective from our divine light. Messages and messages. Embracing the magic of love within and without, and knowing above. And using that love on our daily experiences and destinations to enjoy the journey of the experiences. Okay, thank you. Okay, alright. Alright, we're just gonna go through it, see what comes out. I don't know about this. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. Thank you. What do we have in the back? Ooh, the Magician. I don't know how to say demon names. You better believe I'm going to struggle with these angel names, okay? So, Angel 72. Mama, oh my god. Mahaya? Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't know angels as well. I know a few. But I know my demons very well. So, but this is our Magician. This is Pisces and the Moon. Ooh. Pisces and the Moon. This is what we don't see, which would be ourselves, which is crazy, okay? Because the Magician is he's the fucking magician. Like, he makes his reality, and he's what we don't see. In June, ourselves, we don't see the error of our ways. Okay, thank you. Alright, I think I want to keep him out. Because that's just weird. I didn't expect it to be that Magician. A god. And then there's a High Priestess right behind that. Alright, well, there's some heavy hitter cards in the back of the deck that makes me feel like this is like us being our worst enemy on our journeys. Maybe because of experiences. Well, I don't know. Our worst enemy or our greatest master. It's one or the other, you know? Or both. Whatever floats your boat. Oh god, that's not good. Just be healthy, okay? But like, you don't want, I don't want to say and be like, just do the worst things. No, don't do that. Live your best life. Alright, so I'm gonna pick we got 3 of these, okay? So 3 angels. We got oh my god. I don't even know how to say that. Okay. Alright. I feel like I should know how to say this. Jebemiah. 70 angel. 70th angel. Which is the 8 of Cups. Emotional connections. And again, Pisces with practicality and spirituality with Venus. Yep. Pisces with the moon and Pisces with Venus. Okay. So this is like a lot of love. And I feel like there's some balancing with definitely with emotion. So I would definitely say this Magician is really fueled up. Like, what we don't see in ourselves is the emotional part of the Magician, which is directly linked to our Path of the Soul energy cards with fairies, with love and hate, or love and mischief being present and being unpresent, heart space, emotions. So I want to say that first. And then with Venus here with the Pisces, Venus can be very cutthroat, but Venus is a beautiful, loving energy when it's in its positive state. But you have to be mindful, where are we on that, you know? And I feel like there's a little bit of both energies. I feel like there's like, it feels more conscious, but I feel like there's like more, there's an energy of not being conscious of, or using mischief as a distraction of how we feel, or not being aware of how we feel fully because busy with mischief or something. I'm feeling a little bit of both energies. Okay. 8 of Cups. So our emotional connection. 3 of Swords. Pain. 3 of Swords with the 20th angel. Don't know how to say her name, sorry. Cancer. Lots of water. We've got 2 Pisces, 1 Cancer. That's all emotion. That's all right up in here. How I feel is I hate how you hurt me. Okay, this is what I'm feeling from this 3 of Swords. It's like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, but I still love you. Like, you can't, you're crazy. Heal yourself. Oh my god, what is this? So this is Cancer. I'm not sure what that planet is, sorry. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But, okay. This is weird. So, pain. Emotional connections. 8 of Cups. 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, and the Magician. What a wonderful time. What a wonderful time to stab someone that I love. Alright, so we're going to get the book because I want to figure out what these guys are. I want to learn more about them with you. So let's go do that. I'm excited. Bring on the angels, alright? I want angels. I want demons. I want them all. Okay, so I want to start with this 3 of Swords that I don't know what that planet is. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to look it up. Oh, Lord. Please don't do this to me. Where are you? What number are you? 20? Oh, God. $20. Nowhere near 20. Okay, there we are. God the Redeemer. This is 3 of Swords here. Okay. God the Redeemer. Okay, the energy this angel instills in us is redemption for the mistakes made from impulsive and desire. What? Impulsivity and desire. Oh! I love it when it's... I love it. I'm sorry. I love it when the cards do this to me because I'll be sitting here yip-yapping and I'm like, I can hear your doubt. And I'm like, look, I'm just talking stone. I'm just saying what I feel. And the book, the fairies, mischief. Feeling a little guilty. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, let me relax. Alright, so thus we can right our wrongs and rectify them rationally and lucidly, redeeming the past mistakes through study and reason. Okay, so study and reason definitely makes me think of our perception of the thing, like having to go back in our mind. Remember, with the shadow work, demons appear, shadows appear when we experience pain. They're our defense mechanism. So you would have to go in an element of air, like to think, like to talk through what's going to be protecting whatever you're feeling emotionally. You won't get to the water until you get through the air. And sometimes our mind, we are amazing creatures. Let me just say that. Like, our bodies are awesome, the stuff our bodies can do, but our minds do whoa, like so much stuff. Like by itself, it does a lot of cool stuff, like trying to protect itself from pain. And it does that without we don't have to do anything. It'll do it the best that it can, but it would be better if we did it consciously. So yeah, with study and reason. So I would superficial ideologies, with the beginning quote, ideologies is that study of our perception of things, how we're thinking, how we thought at that time, whatever. Okay, so this intellectual gift will enable us to recognize what's wrong and what's right. Then we will realize and understand our work, desiring only what our inner divinity asks us to accomplish. That is beautiful. What? So distractions with the mischief, fairies, distractions. I said that I thought maybe, I don't want to say mischief is bad, but it's just something that you can do. But I'm thinking like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of it if it's just distracting you from the pain that you feel? To me, that's pointless. It's temporary. That means you have to consistently distract yourself, or as soon as you're alone with yourself, you're gonna lose your mind. Okay, you're gonna get real sad and you're gonna hate yourself. Okay, you're gonna hate everyone and everything else. Okay, so that's that. Like, there's nothing else to distract your mind from you. So here comes your demons. Hey, what's up? and here comes the pain. So it's just really a fun party when we distract ourselves from our internal traumas, whatever those are. And inner child, look, dude, I was shaken reading The Solution, which is our 23. I was shaken. My inner child was like, what is this? Embrace your inner child. A lot of us have inner child healing to do. Yeah, so let me finish up here and give me this planet, Mars. Wow, her planet is Mars, 3 of Swords. Mars is, everything has positives and cons, light and dark, dualistic aspects. So Mars cons would be the ambition. It creates the strength to endure the brunt of whatever storm there may be. But a negative side to Mars is the war and conflict. Competition is good, but Mars can turn competition into a very sour game. A dangerous one, a bloodthirsty one. Mars is not to be played with in its negative aspect. It's very dangerous. And so if there's an energy of Mars in the 3 of Swords with Cancer, it seems a little dangerous. And this did mention redemption for mistakes made from impulsivity and desire. And desire can be confusing. Desire is good when it's clear. Desire and lust can be terrible when you're not thinking clearly about these feelings and acting and thinking unclear. You know what I mean? So, which is why the whole examining our ideologies of things and why we think and tick in our whole tree of life and why we are the way that we are, our observation of ourselves can really unleash why we choose to do certain things along our journey, to have certain experiences. Yeah, I think you get it. So, I think there's a lot of bringing awareness to this and working through them. That's what I feel. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm going to move on. So we're going to check out, I don't even know who to do next. Oh, the Magician. What we don't see is ourselves. Magician. Check him out. What are you? 72? 72. Okay. He has a beautiful name, but I can't say it. He reminds me of the sun. There's like... There is a sun there, but it's like something there. There's a lamb next to him. Okay. So, the God... Oh, sorry. God, the master of the universe. Oh, which is us. So, what is it going to say? Okay, we're looking for redemption for impulsive desire. What is the God, the master of the universe? Doesn't see. This angel can provoke knowledge, patience. Wow, we needed that for the journey. And fruitfulness. Skills acquired through study. More study that ideology or study yourself. Study, experience. What? Oh my God, let me back up. This angel can provide knowledge, patience, and fruitfulness. Skills acquired. Oh, skills acquired through study, experience, and long gestation. Real weapons with which we will be able to confront and drive out the demons we have nurtured that have come between us and higher influences. All right. That makes me think of shadows, our own demons, our own shadows, because we all have our own personal shadows. There's collective ones. There's a lot of shadows. If there's mind, we're gonna have shadows, no matter what. Okay, they're a part of us. So, the part where it says the demons we have nurtured that have come between us and higher influences is our personal demons that hold us back from our higher self, which is and experiences our higher self would experience. So that's all that means, which needs study of our relationships with certain demons within ourselves that come from ourselves, those that have been put upon us, because that happens too. As we interact, demons they have different elements, but they sprout from this mind element within us, and I find this is one way in which we can share and transmute demons to one another, through communication. Air, more mind, air, communication, thinking. And when the inner child thing, I'm just thinking about that, can be like ideologies, which our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. Ideologies can be things that are indoctrinated within us, passed down, habits, patterns of thought that don't serve us for whatever reason. It hurt people are sitting here trying to nurture each other without knowing how to heal themselves. And I think we've been that way for a while now. But that's changing. And to have that change is a personal journey. So our personal demons prohibiting us from being our higher selves. If preparation and confidence lead us towards proud and arrogant behavior, the angel's actions may cause us to shut out ourselves, resulting in discord, betrayal, and indecision. What? If preparation and confidence leads us towards proud and arrogant behavior, the angel's actions may cause us to shut ourselves in, resulting in discord, betrayal, and indecision. So I'm thinking of the Three of Swords with the impulsive actions and desires, and how this proud behavior and arrogant behavior towards others, like, causes us to be shut in to ourselves and causes discord within. And it's even crazier, but betrayal within. So it's like the person who's causing the betrayal feels betrayal. Like, they become what they cause, which the law of one is perfect for that, because it really eliminates the need to even hurt others. Because it wouldn't make any sense. If other is nothing but a reflection, why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. When you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. Now, defense is different than being offense in the power of one. Because I do believe people on a unique individual level can make their own choices. And this is how we hurt and harm or elevate or limit ourselves collectively from our interactions with each other. We are a social creature. And like I said, you can have one sick tree that kills the whole root system, but you have different plants out there that do different things. And the same goes with us. So the law of one would, this is blowing my mind. The law of one would definitely remove the need to be mischievous. Because like I said, I don't see the point. If it's nothing but a distraction from unhealed self, then why am I paying attention to what you're doing? You know what I mean? Like, because once you leave, because everyone has to leave, we all die alone, I'm left with that feeling, you know? And I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's worth it at all. I think that's kind of silly. So, but I don't know. Never mind. So anyways, okay, so our own arrogance and proud behavior shuts us into ourselves. All right. These feelings could cause demons themselves to take over again. Whoa, okay. That's true. I don't know what you want me to say. It's true. Then your shadows come back. Like I said, once that person leaves, your shadows are like, hey, what's up? I heard you were alone. Maybe we can talk about that pain you've been neglecting, bitch. At that point, they're probably pissed off at you. So, respect your demons. Anyways, what was I going to say? So, and the planet here is Mercury, which is the god of communication. Drop the mic. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. No, I didn't. Guys, I read the wrong one. Oh my god. My god. I'm not doing this. Why did I even read that? Okay, this is annoying. Wow, it's right under that one. No, I did not expend the energy god. Okay, so for some reason I read the wrong one. I got really into it. Once I read that the planet's Mercury, I'm like, what? This is the moon. I realized what had happened, so I'm sorry. We're all back. I'm gonna have to take a puff after that, because that's just ridiculous. So let's just dive deeper. Okay. So, the correct description for this demon, this angel, sorry, no offense, this angel, 72 angel, don't know how to say, Maman, I think. God, the end of all things. Okay, so I accidentally read Master of the Universe, and I meant to read the end of all things. Alright. The last angel of the 9 angelic course has important task of transmitting the impulses of the higher spheres to us by converting them into symbolic images and representations in our mind. Alright, these are ideas. Sounds like ideas, you know. I think I said that in one of these videos a while ago, where I listen to a lot of YouTube and there's a guy that I listen to, and he was saying how when we get like bouts of inspiration, or like when things like, I don't know, when people are like, oh, spirit downloads or channeling, a lot of the time you're channeling yourself from higher dimensions. And then when you think of how the mind works and how we're all connected, you can go further. And a lot of this is yourself, you know. You already basically have everything you need within you as a compass. So when you get ideas, and if they come, it clearly says symbolic images and representations in our minds. These are ideas. That's you, you know. Sometimes it's good to like externalize some of these things so you can communicate with it more. Or sometimes I find maybe that's the purpose of the flower of life. We are one being experiencing each other like this because we want to see ourselves more, and we need to remember that our experiences with other people are definitely reflections. Because if you wanted to notice angelic messages more within yourself, just from that description, I think maybe externalizing it, like making it an other unto yourself, and then you'll notice it more. That's how we notice ourselves, through other people. And it comes with the good and the bad. So that's crazy. Alright, so make sure I'm reading the right one. Alright, so oh my god, it has the tree of life. It has the tree of life. The next paragraph says, these 10 spheres of the tree of life are the starting points of all the starting points of all work on the material plane. 9 points, okay. The material plane, okay. And therefore they also represent, thanks to our 4 energy centers. Oh, they also represent, thanks to our 4 energy centers, creative, intellectual, emotional, material, the beginning of a new cycle, and at the same time, the death of that force. I'm imprisoned in this form. It's crucial to understand the cycles and ever-changing nature of energy, so we do not feel deceived, disappointed, frustrated, impatient by perceiving stalled situations, or when necessary to die to be reborn. That is very heavy. Okay, whoa. I thought I just drowned in that. Oh god. Oof. I drowned. I just drowned. I drowned and wow. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to go with this. Oh my god, I've been blown away by this magician. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay, so they have the 4 elements there with creative, intellectual, emotional, material, earth, fire, air, and water. It's really, I feel like it's like tying in love from the higher planes, because love vibrates up. Love is a higher frequency. It's like bringing it down and watering like the material, what's solid, what's been manifested, and like what ends on the physical level, because it definitely, it said the spheres, these 10 spheres of the tree of life are the starting points of all work on the material plane. And those are our experiences. Our destinations, I'd say, or things, or whatever your experiences are. Wow. Okay, well, because it's like it brings ease to beginning and endings. Like it's a total acceptance of beginning and endings, and maybe it's hearing those messages. It's hearing those messages and acting on them, instead of being distracted by whatever your mind, our mind. All right, cool. That was intense. I liked it. Woo. All right, so and we got our 8 of Cups, so let's check out the 8 of Cups, the 70th angel. I keep wanting to say Daemon. It's not a demon, it's an angel. I love it because these are 2 aspects of mind. It's awesome. Okay, so let's check out 70. Oh, it's not that far. I read 71 and 72, and we have 70. The last one. God who generates all things. What? We have generate all things, master of the universe, end of all things. We have beginning and end in the cards. Wait, was it? Yes, those are our cards, because I didn't mean to read 71. We don't have 71. 71's not real. 71 was me thinking it was 72. So, but we definitely have the beginning and the end on the floor, okay? What's in the middle? We have the beginning and the end. What is it? Okay, and the pain's in the middle. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's a pattern. What? This is a pattern from an experience. This is weird. I like it. Hey. Look. What is this? What is this? What? I want to get it right. Okay, who's the beginning? Sorry. Who's the beginning? Jeremiah. 70. And oh, of course, Gabby, of course. Of course, Gabby. Wow, I had to look at the book. I told you, I'm just reading these stoned, like it's not amazing. But anyways, all right, so what is going on? Okay, so 70, what? Okay. All right. Let me get a good look. I'm kind of intimidated by just the simple fact that this pattern landed on the table, and it's a message for all of us. So here we go. This is great. Wow. So we have beginning, 70, conflict, and the end. That's weird. I'm just saying. And this is basically kind of like an experience right in front of our face. Like in the cards on our face. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I am just very kind of scared. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. The light was too bright and it just like, ah! Alright, so, Jeremiah. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, places in our subconscious, again with this demon energy, like shadows. Let's love our light and darkness, but the shadows that are protecting us from pain, because it seems like when we cut ourselves off from love, we cut ourselves off from our higher selves, and then we cut ourselves off from higher self messages that are trying to heal us. That's weird. What is that? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Alright, so wait a minute. I didn't even read that far. Okay, man. Alright, so places in our subconscious that fundamentally borderline alchemical energy that transforms the corrupt or raw parts of our deepest nature. Oh my god, converting them into gold. Golden shadows. Oh, and with them our inner temple, so that it is able to accommodate higher entities. Whoa, okay, back up. Converting our corrupt or raw parts of our deepest nature, our shadow subconscious, turning them into gold, and with them in our inner temple. So I like that it says with them in our inner temple. There's no casting out the demon. Because it's you. It is literally a part of your psyche that broke off to protect you from something that hurt you, that you stayed in darkness for, because you refused love. So there's no love getting to it because the shadow is protecting it. So in order to remove the shadow, you have to consciously choose to step out of the darkness and listen to your higher self. That's weird. That's awesome and weird. Whoa, man, this is intense. These are some cool cards. This is more deeper. I've just been pulling a few. This is me diving deep in these. These are beautiful. I love them with the demons. So, what? Okay, so let me focus so we can get through this. One can't make gold without having at least a particle of it. What? What? Wait, what? One can't make gold without having at least a partial of it? Okay. This angel instills in us wait, what? You can't make gold without your shadow. Okay. Okay, that's weird. That's awesome. Okay, so, I'm sorry. Okay, so the angel instills it in us. Okay. Along with the strength to abandon old desires that do not belong to us. However, this process can destabilize us, especially when attached to old habits, memories, preventing us from any operation of renewal and regeneration. Whoa, man. Okay, that was intense. Alright, well, I basically said that. What? This is weird. Okay, so... I feel like something clicked in me and I don't remember it. Oh god, I just something that abandon old desires. I think one of them had mentioned something if you act proudly, arrogantly, and what the hell? I'm picking up the Three of Swords and the Magician. So acting arrogant and mischievous. Acting arrogant and mischievous with these two cards, the 72 and 20, with the Three of Swords and the Magician. These two angels. The Three of Swords represents acting out of impulse due to unclear desires. And that with study of our mind and why we think the way we think, we can discover our true desires. Now the Magician talks about going through processes arrogantly that blocks us off from another. Let me go back to that because I have to get that. There's something going on here. Okay, so no. It was the one I read that wasn't the card that I pulled, the 71 with the Master of the Universe being yourself. It said, if preparation and confidence leads us towards proud and arrogant behavior, the angel's action may cause us to shut ourselves in. And these feelings could cause demons themselves to take over again. Wow. Well, I'm lost in the sauce. I was reaching for something and I lost it, so... But it's like this it feels like a checks and balance built into our minds. That's what it sounds like. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I was digging at. It was some type of checks and balances, and it's like the demons and the angels are working together, the subconscious and conscious mind, the energies of these two. Okay, so that was awesome. I'm just gonna pull out because I tried. I was looking for something and I got lost. I got so lost. I was like, where is it? I don't know. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna move to the demons. Okay, and we're gonna see what demons we get. I was kind of shy about that because I am just blown away by beginnings and endings. And 20 was the Redeemer. Beginning and endings and Redeemer. So Divine darkness. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just kidding. What matching energies do we have for beginnings, endings, and redeemer? Let me collect it. Divine darkness. What matching energies do we have for beginnings, endings, and redeemer on our journey to our destinations and forward? Thank you. Right. Okay, 2. Okay, well, what's going on here? Ooh, we have a familiar one. And we have a new one. I don't know what that is. I can't make it out. It looks like a swan. It's in cups. Strength. Okay, strength. There's a, I'm gonna try for one more because ooh. So the back of the card was Queen of Swords. Shacks. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you. We have 22, 44, 30. 70, 20, 72. Okay, so all right, so we have our demons, and let's. So the first one I noticed was the 30, and this is oh my gosh, please bear with me. Forness? I don't think that's right. Sorry, I'm only gonna say it once, but it's the demon that looks like the serpent, and we have 4 of Pentacles. So with the Capricorn and the Moon, okay. Ripley Scott, you know. So 4 of Pentacles makes me think of holding on to something, holding on to something physical, an experience, a destination, holding on to something earth bound. Now Capricorn is very I don't know a lot about Capricorn. I know Capricorns are really worky. They're about their money. Money could play a part in that. And then the Moon, again, with the emotions, we already have a lot of water. So lots of emotions. All right, so we have shacks. So I'm gonna go to shacks, but the other one, okay, we're going to go to the new one, okay, which is 22. IPOS, I'm not sure if I said that right, but anyways, and strength with more Cancer, more water, lots of water. There's so much water here. Oh my god. Like we've got 2 not water, which is shacks and Forness. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying your name. But anyways, Capricorn and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe Scorpio. I don't know what that is. So strength here. And Jupiter. So with this one, I feel like exhaustion. Holding on too tight to something. That's what it feels like. Because I want to say, my mind wants to say, oh, it's strength. It means strength during these cycles and changes. But my feeling is holding on to something that needs to be released. With the 4, and then our Queen of Swords right behind here. Queen of Swords with Shax. Shax actually really sat with me when she came out the first time. I think she only came out twice. It just really, it was the self-imposed imprisonment with too much boundaries. So that was very interesting. I might have to read the book and refresh my mind on some things, but that was the main energy that really caught my attention with Shax. They both have a bird in here, like some type of swan or something, or it's a bird. It's not a swan. It's not the same bird, but there's definitely a bird in both pictures. There's a bird up in there, and then there's another bird. So, I feel like there's some restriction on the bird. So, okay, and we have Shax with the Queen of Swords, with more emotions, with boundaries. Boundaries. And, you know, to think of boundaries as just something that you have to put up with other people, boundaries can be something that you can have within yourself, toward yourself. Like cutting yourself off from love or from healing, or distracting yourself with mischief when you could be healing and being present. And I feel like it's like the strength of holding a boundary that is taxing, or holding, I feel like it's like holding on to something. It's holding on to some fucking experience that is trying to go, because we have beginnings and endings with the angels, and then pain in the middle. It's the pain of releasing something, and the shadow is showing me resistance towards releasing. This is resistance. So it's internal resistance towards accepting endings and beginnings of whatever that may be. It may be accepting love, or changing that, changing how we see that, or how we see our pain, or how we see the situation or the experiences that's either helping or harming us. Alright, so I need to get the book for these because I don't have it with me. I don't know where it is. So, dang. I'll go find that. Okay, hello. Alright. Alright, so I found my book. First book. I found the book. Look at the books. Let's see the books. I love it. Okay. So, we have the book. Alright. I wanted to go to Shax right away so I can refresh my memories on her. Alright? Alright, so 44. Okay, intellectual understanding. So I remember in the three, what was it? Was it the magician, or there was reason and study in one of the angels, or two of them. Okay, so intellectual, where are you at, Shax? Understanding. This is understanding ourselves, to kind of see where we are, just there, you know, just where we are. Our own darkness is asking us to examine ourselves and our ideology, our superficial ideologies that directly limit or expand our unique experiences. So prideful solitude, that's what it was. Pride. Arrogance, pride, which are demon kings themselves. So but they are sacred rage that is meant to be transmuted, so they can become gold within our temple. We're not casting them out. So there's some prideful solitude attached to shacks where it's like self-imposed. And this is Scorpio and the moon. Okay, that was Scorpio. Cool. And Scorpio has this death and it has more of a death energy. Pluto transmuted, it's a death and rebirth. It's a transmutive energy with Scorpio, and that is like what you are in, that is keeping you in, and keeping us and like the in-between of not letting go of an experience. And then we're like kind of stuck in this Three of Swords energy where we're in pain but distracted by other things, so we don't have to end or begin. We don't have to move on from this experience, or end it, more likely. you don't want it, not wanting to end the experience. So girl. Okay, so Scorpio, it's weird that it's and this is basically what the card with the prideful solitude, it said it would cut you off. Like, what is it? We're gonna swap back and forth, okay? So but I'm pretty sure it's either the Magician or the three. No, it's not. It's the one that I read by accident. With the prideful solitude with shacks, okay? How it ties into these angels is that, so with the one I read, Master of the Universe, God, the Master of the Universe, if preparation and confidence lead us towards prideful solitude and arrogant behavior, the angel's actions may cause us to shut ourselves in. This is prideful solitude. This is exactly what Shax is doing, and she came out. She was at the back of the deck. She was what we don't see. So what we don't see is the ending, the Magician, and how we are... how we're shutting ourselves in. So we don't see the ending, and we don't see how we're shutting ourselves in, and how that shutting ourselves in is resulting in discord and betrayal and indecision, and causing our own internal demons to take over ourselves, keeping us trapped and cut off from messages from the Eight of Cups, which is our emotional connection to love. Our own damn love, universal love. What the hell is this? Because it said in there with the 70th angel, this is transmuting it into gold. This is the process of changing pain into gold that lies within our temple. I'm going to read it again. Places in our subconscious that fundamental borderline of alchemy, which is transmuting energy, sacred rage, that transforms corrupt and raw parts of our deepest nature and converting them into gold, and with them our inner temple, so that it is able to accommodate higher entities. one can't make gold without having at least a parcel of it. And that's a partial of our subconscious. And strength here. The angel instills strength in us, and strength is here. These cards are tying all into each other. This is crazy. So, he who generates the beginning ties into our prideful solitude, which ties into our inability to let go of endings. It ties into the end of all things. And then the beginning ties into new strength with this new demon that came out. So I'm going to go to this demon next. Alright, so thank you, Shax. That was intense. So we're going to our 22nd Daemon. I should know how to say this, but I don't know how to say the name, so I'm not going to do it. But it's strength. More water, Cancer, and Jupiter. Okay, power is the meaning. Vigor unbounded is the nature. This is the type of strength that is given to us when we love ourselves. That's insane. Wow, and it says it has a attribution, which is the 5 of Cups, which is emotional conflict. This is an interesting card. Oh my gosh. And Cancer, of course, is its sign, so there's conflict in Cancer. And I feel like the vigor unbounded can be a good thing or a bad thing. You've got Mars and Jupiter, lucky and very unlucky. It has 2 planets, Jupiter and Mars and Cancer. I don't see Mars on there, but Mars is there. It says it here. So there's 2 Mars. Oh my god, what is happening? What was happening? Well, we gotta go back. The Mars, wait, there's a Mars here. Where's the Mars? What? In the conflict card, oh my god. Of the 3 of Swords, what caused the pain? I'm lost and blown away. So, this strength card has conflict and bad luck, unluckiness, and has passion and lucky. Unbound vigor. It can be bad or good. It seems like this card can be disastrous, and I feel like the disaster is our own inner demons with not being able to let go of things. That's intense. This is how these guys tie in to each other. Whoa. Whew. I'm blown away. And all that is left is Flornus with 30. Her 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to figure out what you're holding on to and why. Because he looks like he's wrapped around there tight. Tight. Like, bitch, where you going? Alright, so let's read it. Ripley Scott. Alright, so 30. Oh my god. Greed and stasis. What is the meaning of Flornus with 4 of Pentacles? That's greed and stasis. The nature is successful organization. Okay. It's successful organization, but I feel like of your possessions. of holding on to things. So, but I feel like the greed, I'm really stuck on the greed and stasis. It's like, how is a successful organization if it's only harboring greed and stasis? This is a person who doesn't want to let go. I don't see any success in organization if it only leads to more stasis. You accumulate more, but it's not going anywhere else. It's just like being sucked into a void, and that's where it goes. It's filling a hole. If it's greed and then stasis, there's nothing being transmuted. There's no growth. So why are you accumulating things if it's no growth? And you just need, want, more. That's what it's stasis. But a successful organization. So if somebody wants to be successfully organized to be greedy and stagnant, that's horrible. I don't approve. I don't like that at all. That's kind of weird. What? That makes no sense. So this is definitely prideful, and this is definitely like, I feel like just, that's what it's going to feel like when your demons eat you up. Stasis. Oh, damn. Oh, demon. I'm just saying. Damn, that just, I don't see why, but that's our challenge. That's our challenge. That's the challenge, is to not be suffocated by this creature from aliens. Wow. So I have nothing to say. I feel like that is basically what the angels explain would happen. But it's not like a punishment onto us. It is a punishment we are doing to ourselves because of the Queen of Swords. Prideful isolation. Damn. Pride and arrogance gets in the way of seeing yourself in another. And so it affects your ability to love another, because you don't love yourself. And I feel like, I have a hard time with forgiveness. But I still hold dear that forgiving someone is releasing you from them. And it's also saying that you are like another. Like you make mistakes too. But I'll never let that go, even though I have a hard time forgiving. So I definitely have a hard time forgiving, I'll tell you that. So yeah, but that's the hard truth. But it does heal. It's releasing yourself. It's like a snake bites, but what kills us is the venom that we keep circulating inside our bodies. Stuff like that I hold on to. That's my love. So because I can get real dark. But I love because it works. It's real. Love is real. It's just as real as darkness. It's just as real. So and they work together because you can't have one without the other. I don't want that. I want both. So that was insane. Alright, so we're gonna move on because I'm done. I am insanely done. And we got more darkness. We gotta keep trucking. It's gonna get worse. Oh, this is why we've got to do our shadow work. I am already hurting. I'm already hurting. And it's like, that's what shadow work feels like. That's why no one likes it, because it hurts. It can hurt a lot, but it can feel so good after, it hurts a lot, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, so anyways, what were we saying? I don't know what I'm saying right now. What are we doing? Divine darkness, where's the pain? Wait, divine darkness, messages for the collective. Where are the shadows and these energies? Divine darkness, messages for the collective. Where's the shadows and these energies? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, talking. We're talking to ourselves. That conversation and reason. Gaslighting. I don't believe it. I don't have to heal. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a noob. Well, guess what? We're all fucking noobs, okay? So go fuck yourself, alright? There's a lot more. Oh no. Okay, we got a lot of shadow content. I'm just gonna take them, because, you know, they were necessary. I'm just not complaining about the amount. Alright, talking is the first one I saw. With, it's a little loud. Alright. We're gonna change that. I don't like it. I did not pause that. So we have our talking. So I'm conversing more, interested, waiting messages, hovering, whatever. I really feel like the talking shadow card in this deck is like talking it out with ourselves mainly, because that's the main energy that I'm feeling real heavy right now. It's like really talking to ourselves, and then as we, you know, communicate better with our aspects of light and darkness, which is subconscious and conscious mind, and our shadow work and our light work, we will get better at confronting those very same energies without ourselves, like that are outside of us, because everyone is just a mirror. Like, it'll make it easier to look at ourselves, to talk to ourselves, and a struggle with doing that is just an indication of some internal struggle. External conflict is internal, but there's a lot of gaslighting and perception issues with admitting, I feel like, one, the truth that needs to be spoken to ourselves, because this light and darkness, this angel and demon on the deck here, is all what's happening within ourselves. It's us cutting ourselves off to love, to change, cutting ourselves off from forgiveness, because we don't want to admit to something that has everything to do with our interconnectedness with others, and how we are connected, and how we hurt or cut off another, we hurt or cut off ourselves. And there's a healing that needs to be done on this level, because we've been taught it backwards. And maybe that is maybe to disable us as one guide. I don't know. But it makes no sense to cut ourselves off to ourselves. And we do that through our mirrors, because it's just not understanding that they are us, you know, and we are them. And so with that knowing of the oneness, I feel like a lot of times people get irritated with that, because it makes it so you have to be, it makes fighting obsolete. It literally makes it stupid. It makes it pointless. But I think it's people who like conflict. They like differences. They like, but it's like differences in a bad way. You know, it's like I heard someone say it's good to use people, like to know if someone is useful to you, like they have value. That means they have value. But he's like, it's only when people say that now, people get triggered by it, because they're like, people have been used wrong, you know? So when you say that, it sounds weird, you know what I mean? Because of how we've been using it. And it's almost to say to the equivalent, how we've been using love has been the wrong way. How we've been using pain has been the wrong way. We turn our pain into suffering. Sometimes we weaponize our love and we neglect it. You know, so all that's perception. All of that is mind. And if you're gaslighting ourselves first, damn, I would imagine you're gaslighting your mirror, your reflections. So I'm just leaving. All right, so anyways, and we got a lot of talking. We got talking twice. Good Lord. All this talking. Talking with time with friends. That's time with those shadows that you're trying to distract yourself from with the mischief fairies, you know. Your shadow really wants to talk to us. So I feel like the PickACard should be a shadow message. I was planning for a light message, like something from Divine. But I'm thinking shadow message so far, but we'll get through it. Okay, so, wow, look, not dealing with the hurt, avoiding conversation. Wow, boundaries, still angry. Wow, so this is basically what I was explaining a second ago before I even looked at this. This is that fairy energy with distracting yourself from being present with how you feel with mischief energy. Because you are, and we are, or whatever, whoever, there's this energy of prideful isolation or prideful solitude or prideful separation because of an inability to let go of something and understand experiences are not permanent, you know, and that there is a cycle with everything on this earth plane, which is funny because we got the Four of Earth with holding on to something on this earth plane, holding really tight. So it's back with that holding on to something. You're not ready to move on, not ready to admit something, not ready to love, not ready to forgive, not wanting to do those things, and kind of addressing why not. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And this is the solution. And then the angels basically give you an outcome. There's an outcome too. If this doesn't change, you get more suffocation with your own stasis and greed. What's the point of greed if there's only stasis? That means you have to give back. You have to give out. You have to release something. You'll be in stasis. This is what will happen by refusing to release something so that you can allow what is already inside you, your light and your love. It's weird because it's like fear of self, it feels like, that may be stopping us from moving on our own journey. Fear of self. Fear of healing so that we can live our highest timeline. And I'm sure that did come up in one of these cards. I said that in the beginning. One of these angels said that. Demons that prevent us from living our higher selves, which is this prideful solitude in the Queen of Swords with having unhealthy boundaries or holding on to something out of fear. It's funny that the angels and the demons want to talk about unhealthy boundaries, because most of the time people don't associate unhealthy boundaries as a thing, but there's a positive and negatives to everything. There's positive boundaries and there's unhealthy boundaries. This would be an unhealthy boundary because it's actually in an attempt to control a situation from changing. And it's more like a distraction from some healing. You're holding on to something to stop it from changing for the wrong reasons. That's only greed and stasis. There's no growth there. There's no purpose there. And it's self-imposed. That's what makes it kind of weird. It's self-imposed. So there's energy. When I was saying, I feel like both energies of people who are aware of this process and people who may not be aware of this process. I'm feeling that energy again. Like somebody doesn't understand this, but they are in this dark energy. So that's that not today, not dealing with it, and it has boundaries on this card. Still angry. Still angry, not ready to heal. That's okay. Heal in your own time. Sorry. I didn't mean to rush it. Heart with a key. Oh. This has to do with love, or this could be new love coming in. Okay, so it's like this energy of the Queen of Swords with this prideful solitude wants love, and it's like love is knocking. We got wedding rings, which is union, eternal love, soul connection, and everlasting promise. Then we have unconditional love, giving, receiving, and falling in love. This seems like innocent love that's unconditional, which came up in our solution to the problem. And the angels as well kept talking about love, loving that pain. I do feel like this has to do with a relationship, but any resistance towards releasing someone in a relationship, even if it didn't work, is still like internal, because you won't release them. There's something internal that is why you are doing that. There's some pain there that needs your attention. And I feel like it's because this heart with the key, I cannot deny it. Let me show you these. With the wedding rings and the kisses. And I feel like there's this heart with a key. So somebody feels like their heart is locked to a situation, which I'm feeling is really connected to this Queen of Swords. Like you're locked into an experience that you feel, because it's ending, it has triggered this energy of not enough. And so you're just kind of sitting in hurt, because not today is not dealing with the hurt. Boundaries, still angry. So this one's just sitting in their darkness, and sitting in that darkness is just going to lead to more greed and stasis, because it's not the person, it's not the reflection that you're afraid of losing. It's something that you've lost within that you have the opportunity to find again if you choose to love yourself and release others. Releasing them is releasing something within you. Have you thought of that? If it's your reflection, releasing others is releasing something within you. It really feels like an energy of someone really stuck on an experience and not seeing the spiritual purpose behind it. Not seeing the bigger picture, which is yourself, which I feel like the angels are, they are us. We are these energies. Love is always there for those who want to use it. And when you use it, there's consequences. Our spiritual being is designed to fail-safe itself. It's amazing. And you have people out there who get better at it by bringing consciousness and awareness to all these things that our bodies naturally do. Our mind. I'm talking about mind specifically, not body. Okay, let's keep the elements separate. More for myself, not for you. So, but and so like with that examining through this Queen of Swords, which is this air energy, this is defense right now. This is defense energy. Someone's defensive because they're hurt. Once you break through this is the heart space, the heart chakra, where there's either love or hate in that space. This is the fairy energy. But you have to get through the Queen of Swords. And this Queen of Swords, as within, so without, could be defensive towards the very person who's harboring the pain. Like it said, if you deny love, like you face being consumed by your own demons, which is your own shadows. So we have to confront our own unhealthy, prideful solitude demons in a way that we can understand ourselves in order to get through, because I feel like this energy is going to fight. Like It's going to put up all the reasons why this feeling of not enough is justifiable. So it can keep protecting it. But once you get through it and relieve the demon of its job and choose to love this, this demon becomes gold in your temple. You're not expelling the demon, it becomes gold, so that a higher entity can enter the space. A higher you, a higher frequency, a better vibration. But you have to get through, the reason why you have to get through the Queen of Swords is because this is defensive. So if you don't get through her, you'll continue to manifest not enough energy, because that's what this is. You have to change, in order to change the emotional frequency in your heart space, you first have to get through your mind of why it's protecting or guarding that space, so that you can love it, so you can transmute it, the pain. This is where the energy scales of love and pain come into play. Love and fear. And all the energies in between that make the scale. If you're vibrating at an energy of fear and pain, you're not manifesting love. You're manifesting more of this, because this is where your heart is. Hiding behind the Queen of Swords, of prideful solitude. And this is all circling back to the mistake that was impulsively made due to unclear desires. That mischief energy with the fairies not being present, due to all of this water that is on the table. All this water of, I feel not just pain. I feel love and pain. I feel love and pain in the water. The emotion just feels like love and pain. It doesn't feel like all pain. Like, this feels like someone who actually loves someone, but is having a really hard time letting them go, or dealing with some regret or something. I feel like, but the regret is due to unclear perceptions or our superficial ideologies that directly limit or expand our unique experiences. Affecting our journey. It's like the journey get in the way of the destination. Because the heart with the key makes me feel like this is maybe the energy of a failed something due to just human mistakes, envy, human emotions, hatred, jealousy, because something was done that caused pain. And this angel made it sound like it was definitely a conscious person doing this, like to hurt someone else because of, I don't know, to maintain some weird greed and stasis. A person in greed and stasis, I don't think is very well off anyways. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like a black hole. Alright, so we got our shadow cards. Now we're going to get to our dark goddess cards, and then our moon cards, and then Stranger Things, and then we're done. Okay, so our moon goddesses. We're going to look for the pain and shocks right now on the table. Okay, my dark goddesses, queens, and mothers. What messages do we have for the collective? Divine messages. Where's the pain in these energies? Where's the pain in these energies? I saw denial really clear. Denial. The goddess denial. Well, that's not her name, but that's the card. Alright, let's see what comes out. And I saw drama. Okay. Alright, one came out. The clear one came out. And it hit. Ooh, defense. More prideful defense. This energy feels like a Karen. It feels like a Karen from hell. And greed and stasis. This is really self-destructive energy. Atonement is at the back of the deck. Atonement. So I get this energy of having a point to prove and holding on to something that is no longer serving you, holding on to pain, a point to prove and holding on to pain. So I feel like this energy is like holding on to an experience to prove what? You're a spiritual being. You'll have a whole buttload of experiences. What is the point? Atonement for what? Atonement also has the energy of being hurt in the past. So I feel like this is the energy of a person already harboring a lot of pain or trauma and just stays like that and doesn't heal it. Because with atonement, it has an energy of knowing your worth but not feeling like you have to prove it so much. And it's weird that defense comes out right next to it. And this one has a point to prove. But it's like we got defense twice with the Queen of Swords and defense. So they're both like kind of like not too clear. It's kind of like foggy. So the perception is not too clear. With the Atonement card, the clarity is already knowing thy worth, regardless of what's going on outside, like whatever, like knowing thy worth. But it's hard to know your worth if you aren't seeing yourself clearly, especially when you encounter others. This is like the energy of someone who doesn't know their worth and who is proving a point in a defensive way towards others to make them prove something to them. It's weird. And it's because the person is, this Queen of Swords energy is reacting to their reflection in that way because they don't see their worth. So they get defensive and hold prideful boundaries. Hold on to whatever greed that leads to stasis, because it's stasis because you don't even see value in yourself. So you just become greedy and defensive, greedy and defensive. That's weird. That's a very sick cycle that's going nowhere. When you can just release the pain that's behind this atonement. I feel like underneath all that armor just looks like more defense, you know? Underneath all that armor is unhealed pain. Like, I feel like Deadpool, like just a scarred up body, you know? That needs attention. And it's like, I feel like Shax is in so much pain that to heal might feel like impossible or too much to do or not capable of doing it, but it's like, it's internal. It's like you keep externalizing it, which is why atonement is here, because it has an element of how you interact with others. And then the defense, which is, defense is something you're doing when you feel attacked. But what if there is no attack? And what if it's just you're scarred underneath your armor, your defenses? Underneath your defenses is probably some weird ideologies with not even seeing your own worth. So you wouldn't be able to see the worth of other people. I don't know. And the pain and the shadows is I'm not enough. Let's remind ourselves. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, jealousy. You're jealous of your reflections because you don't see your worth, because your perception of yourself is not clear. And so you get jealous of others and make prideful solitude a thing. When you don't see yourself in others, you get consumed by your demons of pride, which is a king. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. It's going to have you for a ride, which is you. So, okay. The angels even said it. It's not me, it's the cards. So, anyways, we're moving on to our moon oracle, and then we're getting into the tarot, and then we're done. Moon goddess. Moon goddess. What closing initiative? Atonement, defensive, not enough. Queen of Swords. Consumed by demons. Refusal to let go and embrace the truth. Do you think our ideologies keep us from the truth sometimes? Alright, that came out. Okay. Cancer. I want to look at the back. Aries, it's time to take action. Okay. Time to take action. What are we making action towards, huh? You and your loved ones are saved. Okay. Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. When I get the feeling of like the safetiness is within and without. I feel like the safetiness, I felt like I connected with allowing the light in, because the safe part is really not being consumed by our own inner demons, which is the whole greed and stasis process, and transmuting that into gold so that we can rise to higher experiences. Venus, go! Higher experiences and a higher timelines, because demons keep us in a lower frequency. They keep us in our pain. Pain is good for yielding wisdom. There's a lot to learn from that, creativity and ideas, but you have to transmute it. Darkness expands our light. Most people who have, the biggest light have the biggest shadow. So it's ironic that it's that way, because that's how it works. Darkness comes first. Darkness brings and gives life to light. But there's a process of that, and it's a choice to give light. So I feel like that love, you and your loved ones are safe. Because I feel like a lot of this is internal because of Shax, because of the prideful isolation, because Shax is in the energy of pride, which is a fear frequency. And there is a sense of not being safe. But it's because, not because it's real, it's because of defensiveness and not seeing value in thyself to begin with. And there's a lot of fear behind that. So there's a feeling of not feeling safe, feeling the need to be super duper defensive and to wear all this armor of atonement. So this is an inner demon. Ever before there was even a reason to externalize it. And like I said, with the angels, maybe that is something that we do. We have to externalize something in order to experience it. And maybe this is the energy of externalizing a pain so that we don't have to deal with it, which is projecting it onto somebody else, giving reason to be defensive. But there is no reason, because I'm not enough. So the reason is you, ourselves, the magician. Yeah. So I feel like once you let love in, you will feel safe, we will feel safe. Love of ourselves and forgiveness. You can't have love without forgiveness. You know. And the forgiveness is going to be able to help us release. That's a lot of the reason why people don't forgive, because they don't want to release anything. And then they get consumed by their demons. Which is Fornius, the 30th Daemon of the Goetia. 4 of Pentacles, holding on to something. Greed and stasis. And the greed, I feel like it'll start to become like something that is never satisfied, because you're distracting what's the real reason why you're even feeling the need for greed or the need for more. Which I'm picking up like the fairy energy with the being in the moment and being mischievous. And this could also be like some psychological trickery too. Just that's how powerful this Queen of Swords can be, to really protect itself from healing. That's very extraordinary. So that's awesome. And now we're going to move into our tarot cards, okay? We're doing Stranger Things, so I'm really excited to use these with you guys. I hope you like them. At the back of the deck, we have the Page of Dice, okay? I forgot his name. He was the guy who went into the Upside Down, the first one, before 11. Well, not before 11, after 11, but yes. Bill? I think. Maybe Bill. Alright, so I'm going to scoot these away. I'm going to beginning and end, because that was awesome. Okay. Okay, this one is conflict. 5 of dice. Conflict just wants to keep coming up, doesn't it? There's weapons. Okay. The Magician again. 2 magicians. Okay. Page of Dice wanted to come out again. I saw that at the back of the deck. So the first thing that came to me is the conflict in the earth element. Again, mainly earth wanted to come out in our tarot. And the reasoning behind all of this was in Fornus with the 4 of earth pentacles, the 30th Daemon, holding greed and stasis. Now we're going to get into the details of this greed and stasis. So there's conflict. There's Mars energy with like fighting for physical things. And I feel like with this page is like a child. This is our inner child. Because Bill was taken into the upside down, which the upside down could be the equivalent of your shadow. And he got lost and he saw things. And when they got him back out of the conflict, it's like he was having a hard time shaking it off. He hadn't healed from his experience. And so I feel like the main thing with the solution to the fairy card with the mischievous energy was 23, with that childlike unconditional love. But what do you do when your inner child is stuck in the shadow realm of yourself? You know, not receiving love from you, from ourselves. And particularly 23 was talking about using that innocent love of a child, and I feel like that is very angelic love, in order to heal ourselves from prideful isolation. Because we are the tree of life, which was our alien card. We are the flower of life on the tree of life. We are all unique flowers. And it talked about, one of these angels talked about how the magician talked about, let me get the book. The last angel of the 9 angelic cores. It says, these 10 spheres of the tree of life are starting points of all work on the material plane. There's the material plane with greed and stasis. And the magician. Again. So, it's having issues with how the spirit is interacting, how you're interacting through your human experience that is causing spiritual discord within yourself. That's it. Because it's not the experience that's real. You are like, what happens inside of you is more real than anything, and how you heal yourself allows you to flow through experiences, because experiences are going to happen, good or bad, but it's how we flow through them. And so if the magicians are really emphasizing with the angelic card with understanding cycles with experiences, it will relieve you of feeling the need of wanting to hold on to an experience because it's ending. This angel would say that's natural. That's going to happen. There's nothing to fear. And through releasing that, you will get strength. It was this strength. And all of this love that was knocking on the door while you had the locked heart with the key. Because your heart is locked away because it's locked away in an experience that has ended, and you're not releasing it, or not releasing some experience that needs to be released so it can be transmuted into gold and so that you can have a new experience. But you have to really do this, and it's like you can't lie to yourself. That's the funny thing. You can't cheat to yourself. You can lie to your reflection, you can lie to a mirror, but you can't lie to yourself. And that's why you're God. So I feel like this page of dice and this 5 of dice is directly related to, like, this looks like friends, like trying to find this person, this thing, but there's like a patch job in the Magician. And the patch job is a result of like the inner child being lost. And I remember him being the partner to Bill's mom. He was like the one who was really the patch job, like trying to make everything better, while Bill was like having flashbacks of something that hadn't let him go, which was this forness, which is this demon of greed and stasis eating you up. He put on a good face, like pretended like he was okay, Bill, but he definitely was getting eaten up. I feel like the Magician just wants things to work, but like sometimes you also have to accept that things are not working. Don't like accept things that work and accept things that don't work, so you can let them go and move on to what will work, you know? And that's where the Magician ties into the Page of Dice and the 5 of Dice, is because this is a magician who is holding on to something that is keeping them in greed and stasis. And I feel like it's the message is to be aware of greed and stasis, where you feel like a void. Because where you feel like a void, there is a void within you. And you need to visit that place to heal. Heal why you won't release things, if that's like an issue of releasing things, you know, releasing ideologies, superficial ideologies that are limiting. Because to limit yourself would be to ask for stasis. You're literally asking yourself for stasis because you're not willing to love yourself. And these prideful solitudes are meaningless because it all leads to stasis. I'm sorry, that's really intense. Alright, so we're going to pull a charm on this and call it. Okay. Alright, so really intense energy. Got the $1 bill wanted to fall out, so that's ready. Player person 1. Sorry, I can't talk. So ourselves, Neo, blessed. To be blessed, you have to want to be blessed. To be loved, you have to want to love, you know. There's an owl here at night. Wisdom is in the darkness as well. But there is no wisdom in greed and stasis. You have 2 owls. I don't know. Maybe there is wisdom in greed and stasis. You have to transmute it. I'm sorry, I was thinking on that. 2 owls. Maybe you can learn from your greed and stasis and sitting in that. You know? What has it taught you thus far? What can you transform? Peacock. This is your highest self. This is peacocking, like, oh god, hold on guys. Peacocking. Showing your colors, being proud. A good proud. A proud that is not proud because they don't know who they are and they're doing extra to atone for the lack that they feel underneath it all. This is proud of yourself truly. Truly seeing, because you see your value. You're proud of yourself. I have value. The two doves, love doves. There was a lot of dove-looking birds in the cards. There was like 2 of them out of the 3 that had dove-looking birds with shacks and strength. And so I feel like the strength that we're using to put up unhealthy boundaries due to superficial ideologies is just as detrimental to our strength as it would be if we would release those so that we could expand. Love and separation. We have little baby deer, which is again this childlike energy I feel like, and this is going back to inner child wounds that have been there since childhood. There's more than that, because once you get past the Queen of Swords defensiveness and the defensive shadow and the atonement, God's sake, there's so much armor. There's this energy of not enough, a child. Beautiful. Oh, you can't see that. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. You can see now. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. It's 3 owls. This person has been in the darkness enough to become an owl, okay? I'll tell you that. 3 owls. There's a feather. Ancestors are here. Feather could, another bird. We got like a lot of birds here flying, you know, and birds are perception. We have a dragonfly with luck. Jupiter was also here with that luck and unlucky. It's strong both ways. That's why it's so detrimental to be Shax right now. Shax is a heavy demon. She has this energy of, she has really cool, badass boundaries, but they can be self-inflicted if she's not, like, mentally seeing things right. You know, like Queen of Swords, perception. If you're not seeing it right, you will fall on your own sword. So, the dragonfly. Lucky or very unlucky, and we have the butterfly, which is transformative and flying again. There's a lot of flight, but you have to transform, I feel like, the mind. God, I can't, hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you these 3 damn owls, because there's so many owls, I feel like somebody has to see it. There's a bunny here. Think of the time, like the Alice in Wonderland bunny every time, or the white rabbit. And so time is playing a part. We have a heart with I love my dog. Oh, that's so random. I love my dog. Somebody's pet loves them. I love my dog too. My chuckles. Okay, so we have another charm here with a word on it. Dream. Dream, blessed, and beautiful are the word charms we have. And that's like, your existence is a blessing. But some of us have such fucked up psyches that we don't see that anymore. We don't see that. And that's a problem. And then when other people see it in themselves, we tear them down, and that's a problem too. Owls, 3 owls. You can see that, okay. 3 owls. Ah. So the 3, I'm thinking about like the 3 sacred 3s. That means something here. I thought of the 3 fates. 3. I feel like your own shadow is watching. Like, if there's anyone who, like, sulks in their shadows and doesn't know how to heal themselves, your shadows are very aware of that. And I think that's why this message came out so strong, because Shax has an energy of being aware of what she's doing, but she's doing it to self-impose. It's something internalized that she's projecting out, and she's hurting herself. Basically, that's why Shax kind of stuck with me. It's a warning to unhealthy boundaries that can go both ways. You can have weak boundaries and that be unhealthy, and then you can have too much boundaries and then you're basically killing yourself off. Yeah, so thank you. I'm sleepy. That was a wonderful reading, and I think I'm gonna close it with our quotes, and we will call it what we'll call it. I really feel like we should do an angel demon PickACard. Messages from our angels and demons. Okay, I will use the 3 demons and angels that we got as psychic links. Okay, so we'll have the Magician, 3 of Swords, Shax. I'll pair them up. How about that? That'll work. 3 piles. I'll pair them up with the demons that I think are fitting. And then we'll get messages from our angels and demons. Okay? Alright, so that's our PickACard, messages from angels and demons. Okay, so the journey is my destination. Okay? My journey is my destination. My journey is my destination. Our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. Our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. Our superficial ideologies directly limit or expand our unique experiences. So, thank you for joining me for this Gemini Cancer reading. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy transmuting and loving ourselves and understanding our psyches and getting through conflict and choosing our highest selves, our highest experiences, and healing where it's necessary instead of pretending like the pain isn't there and it's not roasting on the stove inside of us. All right. So thank you. Namaste. Ashe. Good night. Bye. Hi.
To know the constant is called insight. Not knowing this cycle leads to eternal disaster. Knowing the constant gives perspective. This perspective is impartial